Welcome everybody to Living Well with Sohini, a program dedicated to the practices of diet and lifestyle rooted in the ancient wisdom of yoga and Ayurveda. So today it's all about digestion, and the key to health according to Ayurveda is your digestive system. So what is the big hype or deal about digestion? Well, it does two things. The first, you're able to absorb and assimilate everything that you get from the food that you take into the body. So you're nourishing and you're getting the energy needed. Number one thing on digestion. The second is avoiding ama, also known as toxin formation in the body. So when we do not digest our food, what happens is that this weakening of the digestion leaves molecularly some particles of this undigested food in the body, and it starts in the colon, and then over time, over chronic malpractices of lifestyle and diet, it starts to exit out of the digestive tract and it goes into other parts of the body and organs and such. So one of the foundations, it's very important to keep your digestion strong and efficient so you can be disease-free. So Ayurveda is all about preventing disease and ways in which you can cleanse the body from these toxins. So one of the things that I'm going to share with you are some tips and also a digestive beverage that you can drink anytime to create an efficient and wonderful digestion. So there are 4 states of digestion in Ayurveda. The first one being is a healthy and smooth digestion. The second digestion state is an irregular digestion. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it isn't. Third is a sharp digestion, where you have an excessive need for food, you're hungry, and the process of elimination is faster. Then there's the 4th digestive state, which is dull, it's slow. So you're not as hungry and you have a hard time digesting, and it takes longer for that process. So the 3 states, other than being optimal and smooth, are the ones that are not in balance. So if you have an irregular digestion, it usually means there's too much air in the system, whether you're taking in food that has a lot of air or you're creating activities around you bringing in that element of air. So quickly, according to Ayurveda, the theory of the 5 elements, you have ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And these elements are energies or essences in which they come together and form doshas. These are governing forces in the body that create a functioning organism. So what we want to do is balance these elements that are proportionately different in everybody in order to create that balance. So when we have a digestion that's irregular or too much air, it means that the element of ether and air that's in your body is in excess. So we want to reduce that. If you have a digestion that is sharp in the body, that means there's too much heat. So the elements of fire and water are increased. So we want to reduce that by having things that are cooling. And for a digestion that is dull or slow or stagnant, that's where the elements of water and earth are increased, and so we want to reduce by incorporating elements of ether and air. So I wanted to show you some foods, for example, that would increase the digestion state of the irregular state of digestion. So as you see, we have here, these are crackers and popcorn. They lack moisture, and so they're dry, they're light, and mobile in qualities and nature. So this contains the essence of more air. Thus, you'll be creating a digestion, if you're already off balance, too much air. So you want to avoid these. Then as far as fire or heat in the body, so lemon and kimchi or sauerkraut, those are very heating to the body. And so if you have a sharp digestion, which is already hot, you want to avoid things that are hot in nature themselves. Then we have avocado and some nut butters, or any of the nut butters on the market. These are heavy and dense. They're harder to digest. So if you have a digestion that is slow and stagnant and dull, then you would want to avoid things like this. So these are some few examples, and if you want more information with that and consult, then you can talk to me afterwards. So this is just small example to give you an idea on how what you eat is in relation to your digestion. So with food intake, you eat 3 meals a day. And it's important that you're not overdoing the system with food and this constant need to eat or drink. So please eat 3 meals a day and make sure that you're not snacking in between to avoid the weakening of the digestive system. It's imperative to give your digestive system a break. So at least 4 hours in between your meals of not eating anything or drinking anything unless it's herbal digestive teas to support that burning of toxins and the digestion and metabolism of food that's already being taken place. So those are a couple tips. And also you want to make sure that you're not drinking liquids before, during, and after your meals. This can dilute the natural enzymes that are helping you to digest your food, and it just creates more waterness, and it creates heaviness in the system. It can take out that fire, that flame in the digestion and smolder it. So you want to keep the fire strong for you to digest your food. So if you want to have a small amount of liquid, maybe a half a cup or less than that of something warm, so no ice of any sort. Ice, again, that's super cold. You don't want to smolder or cut your digestion in any way. So those are a few tips to help you keep your digestion strong. And now I'm going to share with you a wonderful, what I call a winter aid as we approach the winter, to help you with your digestion. But it's also something that you can drink in the summer, in the spring, and the fall. Okay? So the first thing that I want is some hot water. So I took my thermos to indicate basically what you would want to do is take this with you every day. So you want to buy a hot thermos and fill it up with boiling water, but you would do this at home. So I'm going to show you here. I put this in the Pyrex, and then the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up some ginger. And this you see here is fresh ginger. I can't even begin to explain the benefits of ginger. It is a property, it is a way to burn and cleanse and remove toxins from the body. It's antibacterial, it's antifungal, antimicrobial. And so what I'm doing is I'm simply chopping this up in little slivers here, okay? And I remove the skin. You can remove it with a sharp knife, or you can remove it with also a spoon by scraping it. So I take the fresh ginger, and you can see here I have just about a tablespoon, and I would put it into my thermos, and then I would take some cumin. Cumin is excellent for removing bloating and gas, and it's a diuretic, and it's a wonderful for digestion. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of fresh organic cumin seed. I'm going to pop that in here. Then I'm going to take lemon. This is the lemon. I'm going to take the lemon or the lime, and I chose to do lime. So lime is a lot cooling on the body. So I take one of these, give it a little squeeze, and personally I don't put the slice in, no other reason. I just like to squeeze it in. And lemon is heating, as I had mentioned before. It's a heating food. So I am a person with a little bit more fire, so I'm going to tend to go towards the cooling in nature. So I put the lemon, put the cumin, the ginger, and then I'm going to put a nice herb. So you have a choice. I put some basil, fresh basil, put that in. Or you can put some mint leaves, and you do 2 to 3 mint leaves or basil leaves. Next comes the sweetener, if you choose. You have 2 options. You can do heating or cooling. Again, I'm going to go for the cooling. This is organic maple syrup, and I would put about a teaspoon or so, just like that. And then we're good. I take the hot boiling water and I put this right in here. Put the cover on it. And there you go. I'm good to go for my entire day. I prepared this, as you can see, in less than 5 minutes, not even. And this is a wonderful way to help and keep your digestion moving strong and efficient, to avoid extra toxins in the body and to help you stay long and strong and prevent diseases. That's the outcome of living a lifestyle that is not looking at diet and lifestyle. And so you want to make sure that your digestion is strong and efficient. So there you go. We have your ginger, lemon, you have your herb, basil or mint, your sweetener, and of course your cumin to help support. And so if you need any information extra, don't hesitate to contact me. SohiniLiveWell.com. For yoga, you can find me at All That Matters in Providence. Thank you for watching, and gratitude to practicing lifestyles of yoga and Ayurveda. May you crave the good. Namaste.